Let us pray because Umatsu gave us exactly what the doctor ordered. A pretty painless skip. Now hold on. Don't dislike the video. Don't kill me. Don't beat my ass. What I'm saying is that this isn't really a must-have power character, though if you are the biggest fan in the world of Hybrid Saiyans, obviously this is pretty soul-crushing. We just got through with big character drops in this most recent celebration, and they were kind of characters, let's be honest, most of us couldn't afford to miss. Not only was it maybe the best batch of characters ever power level wise, but they were also pretty hype choices. You know, Mega Shenron, for those who grew up with GT, for those who grew up following Z as it came out, was, you know, as truth would say, the final boss of Dokkan. Gogeta is Gogeta. He's gonna sell. Fusion Zamasu, or not Fusion Zamasu, I should say, but Rose and Zamasu are characters who haven't been shown the greatest love, especially in recent times. And then Blue Coke, you know, the Bluesians are a little less hype, I think. I think the least hype character that dropped this celebration were the Bluesians, even though they are arguably number one in the game, arguably. But yeah, I think this is, unfortunately for a lot of people, I think this is the perfect thing that could have happened for us. Like I said, I don't want to really make this like, oh, you know, you should, you know, feel so bad, or, you know, you know, you shouldn't have any fun at all. That's not really what this is about. But I do want to say this is the perfect character to have dropped. I don't think it counts as part 3. I know a lot of people are saying this is our part 3, what happened. I think the part 3 of this celebration was actually the Into Gogeta and Vegeta and Trunks. I do think that this is a little special in that they did turn the DFE that would have been in the same time slot into an LR to sort of match with the grand scale of the global Dokkan celebration. But beyond them being, I suppose, the children of the characters in the celebration, thus they are the future, as it were, they are, you know, breaking through, quote unquote, into the future. I get it. Even down to the family Kamehameha, but with the Hybrid Saiyans, you know, I get it. That said, Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, Defenders of Justice, let's just really quickly, and I'm sure someone's already done this song and dance for you, so you don't need to hear me do it, but Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, and Defenders of Justice is down here somewhere, right? Where is that? There. I just... oops, sorry, clicked on that. I mean... Beast Gohan, I guess, could still fit in these teams, but I think it's over. Gotenks is here. He's fine. He'll be even better. I think this character could... We might see this character suddenly... Oh, this becomes everyone's favorite character. I think this character will be fine, but again, like I said, we're, you know, almost 7 months out from his release, right? Like, it's just an old character at this point. And is that it? Is no one else really interesting here? I mean, obviously they did just do the super easier for this character, right? So there is something there, and I do think they look good. But beyond that, they're gonna need help. And they are a DFE, mind you. They are a DFE. Defenders of Justice is probably going to be the team that I've seen people say that maybe a Videl comes out here. Spopovich was the banner unit, so we could definitely see a Videl. Are there any good Defenders of Justice right now, though? No. There's not even a single one, I think. There's not even a single good Defender of Justice unit. Yeah, this category is dog shit. Youth? I think the best unit right now is this Kid Goku, and this Kid Goku thankfully does not need much to activate his entry condition, as well as being a character who dodges, obviously, and we'll be getting even more dodge from the Goten and Trunks side of this card, so there's that. But I'm gonna be so for real. If you don't have stones, and you don't have, like, and you're not spending, they dropped the perfect skip. And I'm not saying this character's bad. I think this character is actually going to be really good. I saw people downplaying this character's kit when they revealed it. I think people have gotten kind of bad at, like, gauging kits. I think this character is going to hit for 1 billion. and, you know, support the team and be invincible. But we're definitely in a different space here, right? Like we're coming off of the big celebration. We don't really need to worry about like what this character is doing. We thought this might be, you know, we might get a baby for the first time, and that would be really sad. We thought we might get something that was a little more pressing, but I don't think we did. There's nothing wrong with this kid at all. Don't let people gaslight you. If you're a spender, if you want to buy tickets, then sure. Like I said, I think both sides of the card look pretty good as well. This card's buffing Hybrid Saiyans. This side is playing with the youth category, right? Yeah, the youth category right here, which again will make characters like this Goku better. Will make characters like Gotenks better. Will make characters like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan better, which might make characters like this better if they decide to easy A him here, which they definitely could. And we live happily ever after, right? But I would say, again, beyond being a spender, this was the perfect time to do a character like this. I have already seen people be like, no, I spent all my stones, and now a Goten Trunks and a Gohan unit are coming out. You know, they're big Hybrid Saiyans fans. I get it, right? I get that Hybrid Saiyans is, it's not like a category that means nothing to people, right? It's not a category that means nothing to people, and beyond that, the character is good. What I would say would be the best case scenario. Let's call it the best case scenario. Let's say this is actually an EX part. They do consider an EX part. It's considered the part 3. I kind of don't think it is, but let's say it is. What they could choose to do is give us what we got last year around here, which was a straight up boom. You get a ticket that lets you pull on one of the banners that is still up. I think that's best case scenario. If they do not do this though, there is no reason to worry about your stones here. I think one of the best things about this character is that they do remind me a bit of Gotenks, which is to say that a character whose kit is very basic, but it's effective. So if you're like, well, you know, this character's coming and then I'm gonna, oh no, I can't play them now, which means I'm never gonna get to use them. I really don't think so. I think this character should be good for a while. I don't think they're going to power creep them immediately. I think it's just like a basic, like kind of like, I don't want to say like a nothing kit, but say this character comes out and you don't have them, and then in 3 or 4 months, you know, we're talking anniversary, or I guess 5 months, we're talking anniversary, they're on the banner because they're a DFE. And then they drop, you know, Beast Gohan. They say, we're doing Beast, and they're going to easy A this guy, and they're going to, you know, they're going to do a new version of this card. Maybe they do a Beast and Orange Piccolo, or they'll do an Ultimate Gohan, and they're going to easy A this guy, and they're going to easy A Orange Piccolo. Like, this character's back immediately, right? Like, I don't think it's a character you need now. I don't think you need to really worry about them leaving. I think there's just way too much damage reduction all over this character. Seems really good to me. Like 40% damage reduction for 1 turn into the 38% when you get one or more key spheres that are rainbow, into a bunch of damage reduction here, you know, 1 time obviously. I think it's just like this with this insane attack effect that they keep giving these characters, which is the, where can I find it? Yeah, these raised defense, attack and defense for turns that they keep giving these characters. Yeah, right here, raised attack and defense for 4 turns. He'll be fine for a while. Don't worry about it. If you spent and you're like, I can't get anything, don't worry. I think they'll be back. I think they'll be just strong. They obviously dropped this character as well. So if you have this, I mean, most people should have this. This is like a, I mean, I think I have this. I don't think I've ever raised this character because they weren't really anything. They are looking pretty strong. They will be helping the youth category, is obvious. I saw someone being like, when there's an extreme class ally attacking the same turn, and someone was like, why would they have an extreme class? And it's just like, because we have tag characters. Because Goku and Frieza are on every single like category, right? Because fused fighters, or like characters who fuse, aren't only good. Like, you know, makes sense to me. But yeah, all this rambling is just to say, you know, I'm gonna drop this video like right when I record it because this is a pretty low stakes video. Is don't worry about this release. Continue to push forward to Tanabata. Do not forget that Tanabata is coming. Tanabata didn't just disappear. You know, I think people are going to leave Worldwide, and like most times, Worldwide is like the end of the year essentially. Everything else is filler. It goes Worldwide, and then New Year's, and then Anniversary. Do not forget that Tanabata was moved. Tanabata is coming. Dokkan Fest LR is coming. Carnival LR is coming, and everything between now and it is just like whatever. You know, it doesn't mean they can't drop good characters, but do remember the last time they dropped a Tanabata character was Big Daddy, and this character was incredibly powerful, and this character got one of the only super domains in the game, right? Like we don't know what they're gonna do for it. This could be the diamond landing spot. This could be Goku versus Frieza. This could be cooler. This could be, you know, so many things we have in the tank, right? This could literally be Beast Gohan. Genuinely. I know people are like, no way. I mean, it could literally be Beast Gohan. Remember, like, you know, don't forget, you know, go back to categories. A lot of times Dokkan drops characters, DFEs and such in advance of characters coming out. This character needs to EZA. Don't tell me that this couldn't be a Super Saiyan Gohan from the movie with like an Orange Piccolo, standalone Orange Piccolo. So be very careful, like thinking that like, oh no, now I need to blow the budget again. Tanabata is around. Tanabata is still coming. With all that being said though, like if you like the video, subscribe to the club. We all go make it in. Peace.